I picture in Finding Nemo when they get eaten
Oh yeah.
by the whale, and Dory's like rubbing her ass on the on the taste buds, and she's like, "Does this?" Oh, no, it's the guy. It's Marlon.
Oh yeah, yeah,
He's
yeah.
like, "Does this taste good? Do you
Yeah,
want to
yeah.
swallow this?" He's just rubbing his ass on the taste buds, like, "Come on."
That is well. It's just like, wow, this tastes awful.
Shake it up.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is officially February 1st, and do you know what that means?
Thank goodness. It means dry January is over. It's time to get back to it. And in fact, it's doctor's orders.
The doctor's orders.
The doctor's in the house, and he's prescribed us some menthol mint.
That's
Let me go,
correct.
please. Cheers, buddy.
Cheers. Nothing like some menthol mint.
Yum.
Well, I'm proud of you. You made it through.
Well, I tried.
Oh, you did it. But instead of recording this week on the typical
Wednesday.
yeah, it was still January, and I was like, you want to know something? I was like, let's move it to Saturday.
So here we are, Saturday, February 1st.
That's right.
Getting right back to it. Right
That's
back to
right.
our roots of the Martini Boys. And to top it off, not only do we have the doctor, we have some martinis today, baby.
That is correct.
And I believe this is a chocolate martini
It is.
made with chocolate and martini. So
There you go.
let's get it.
Cheers.
Cheers. That is good. That's delicious.
With the mint, it's almost like mint chocolate
Yeah.
chip or something.
Yeah.
What is the science, you ask?
The science.
Thanks, Bill. Yeah, chocolate martini. So when we were in Vegas, we wanted something sweet. Well, Lexi wanted something sweet, but I had one as well, and we went with the chocolate martini. It's chocolate liqueur, Tito's, Bailey's. My mistake, though. I asked you to get Kahlua. But this Bailey's has the martini, not the
It's
martini,
espresso, I think, right? Yeah.
So it still has like a
Espresso
coffee
cream
taste.
Baileys.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's really good.
that's it. It's 2 ounce, 2 ounce, 2 ounce. It's a 2-2-2 equal.
Yum.
So easy to do. And then I did a little design with some chocolate syrup. So
Very
Good stuff.
autistic of you.
I know.
I mean, artistic.
What?
Yeah, it's good. It's right. It's hitting the spot for sure. It's good to be back and on the martinis. So we got to keep this train rolling for the rest of the year.
Oh yeah, I know. No, I'm happy you did it. Honestly. Set the goal, realistic
Yeah.
goal, man. But now we're back. But now it's better than ever.
It's better than ever.
We're here.
On a more serious note, this is it's all good and fun, and we're happy to be here and happy to be doing this together. But there was tragedy this week with the American Airlines flight that was crashed into by a helicopter,
Yeah.
and we lost 64 civilians and 3 Army personnel. So we're going to have a moment of silence for that. It's terrible and tragic, so we're going to have that moment of silence right now. But yeah,
Awful.
so it really is terrible. It's sad. It's a bad tragedy. You don't like seeing that in the news, that's for sure.
Horrible.
And my heart goes out to the families involved and anybody that knew anybody on that. And there's a lot of people that were in the ice skating world on that flight, unfortunately. So people from the Boston Skating Club and
Yeah.
I think the American figure skating team or something like that, and Russian as well. So just horrible, horrible, horrible. I can't say anything else about it. But
Yeah.
again, not something that we like to see in the news, and we just want to give our respect to those families. So
Absolutely. Yeah.
and then again, yesterday, another plane crash, a jet transporting medical patients in Philadelphia crashed. And I mean,
I know.
that was like, it looked like an explosion. It was crazy. I don't know what happened, but apparently there's a steep climb out of the airport and then a steep descent to a fatal crash, unfortunately. So, not a good week for the aviation world, and for it's just sad and stuff like that happens.
It's there's nothing to say. You've said it already. It was heartbreaking. It really shook me. We all fly.
Yeah.
You know, at least our group of friends and family and stuff. We fly a lot.
Yep.
And American Airlines, a big commercial airline too.
I know.
It's just like blink of an eye.
Life is delicate and fragile, and you gotta live every day.
I know.
But yeah, it's sad. So
There's a lot of questions, and more questions now than answers, but that should just not be the way someone goes. And
the only way out of this, I mean, they can do their investigation and find out what happened and turn that around to say, all right, let's never let this happen again.
no.
And I think that was the worst fatal accident on a commercial airline since, I think, an airline crash in Buffalo, New York in like 2009 or something like that. So
Yeah, 2009.
it's not good. And
Yeah.
hopefully they can, at the very least learn from their mistakes.
Oh, no.
So that's tough. But anyways,
Gotta say it. It's 2025 has not started out great. And aside from the plane crashes, we had an earthquake.
we had an earthquake in New Hampshire.
Yep.
Off the coast of Rye, New Hampshire. Was it 4.1, I
It was
think?
Maine. It was Maine.
Was it off of where? Oh, York, Maine, or something
Yeah.
like that. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
Not too far.
4.1.
Did you feel it?
Dude, I felt it. So I
That's
was
great. I
working.
can't believe people felt it in Boston and Marlborough. Like, I didn't
Yeah.
feel it because I was driving,
Right.
but yeah, I know. People said everyone said their houses shook.
I was in the den at the time where we just were before starting this episode with a big dub from
dub for the
the Bruins. Dude, I was on my laptop and I'm just sitting there with Champ, and all of a sudden it's like this shaking. And for a moment I thought maybe it was a plane, maybe it was a
bus,
truck,
something. Yeah,
something really loud. But the noise never left, and it lasted a good 30 to 40 seconds.
What did you feel?
Oh man!
So you were sitting on the couch. Did the couch like shake?
Feel yeah, like
Because I've had a couple of earthquakes when I lived in California, and like the ones I felt were like rolling. So like I was literally on the couch, and the couch like rolled, and I was like,
So-
"Holy crap!" Like the most solid thing you've known your whole life just starts moving. The ground, like hello, and it's so weird. It's such a weird feeling,
it is.
especially for us
Rolling?
East Coasters.
That's not normal. This is big news for us. This is not something that happens, especially at that kind of magnitude. But I was sitting and it was just a big rumbling. I mean, it was like you were sitting in like a vibrating chair or something.
Yeah.
Like that's how I can. But the plates and everything like on the desks and the
Oh wow.
not the desks, the shelves and the entertainment system
Yeah.
center. So the like glasses hanging, our wine glasses, everything was. And I'm looking around, like, what the fuck is going on? And then I was like, oh my god, is my like water heater blowing up? Like, what's going on?
Right, it's such a weird feeling. I remember all my like house shutters shaking, and that's so loud. I mean,
So
I'm sure your
loud.
plates were loud too, but like, it's just like it's such a strange
windows,
thing.
too.
Yeah, the
The
windows,
windows, it
the
was-
shutters, everything. It's so weird.
So weird. So of course we have a Ring camera, and so the neighborhood app just blew up, and it's like, was that an earthquake? Was that an earthquake? Did we just feel an earthquake? Was that an earthquake? It's like,
Sure
yes. And within like a minute, 2 minutes, it was 4.1.
I was driving the hearse, so
People driving couldn't really feel it,
yeah,
but it was
that luxury
really
suspension.
loud. I know. It was. I've been alive when earthquakes have happened, but never felt them in a local area,
Yeah.
south of Boston, west of Boston, or whatever. But this was the first time I actually
it's very
experienced
strange because we don't live on a fault line. Like California
No.
has the San Andreas Fault that goes across the whole state pretty much.
it. Right.
And it's like that's expected when plates move, plate tectonics and all that you learn about in middle school and science class and stuff. But for us to have an earthquake out here when there's no plates moving, it's like what's happening under the plates. It's making this like shake and quake and crack or rumble, whatever you want to call it. But it's a very strange phenomena that happens for us East Coasters.
Yes. And we've had little ones. We've had like little quick tornadoes, which is still rare, but it happens. Doesn't do.
That's terrifying.
It is terrifying.
I would never, ever, ever in a million years. You couldn't pay me enough to live in like Tornado Alley.
No.
Like, why would anybody
my
live there
God.
where these massive tornadoes come through and destroy your property
Wow.
in like the blink of an eye? It's crazy. I'll take blizzards. And
Same.
that's the thing too is like, I lived in California for a little bit, and I've lived in New England for most of my life. But
Right.
it's like California is either burning or shaking, and I was like, I'll take blizzards and like seasons over that any day.
Yeah. No, the fires too. Talking about start of a horrible
Right.
start to a year, man.
I know, that's the other thing is the LA fires, all the people that lost their houses out there and everything. That's
So-
awful.
Yeah, so we became really good friends over the past, 5 years now. Pete, he's from Jersey, but he moved out to California. He's killing it in the engineering producing world. He records all my music with my band, my project. But he was out there, and he wasn't affected. But he's a good dude. He took a day or two off, probably the whole week, honestly. And he was just helping out the shelters, passing out goods, making sure people are okay.
And people are such assholes. Dude. People are
I
like,
know.
oh, poor rich people that lost their homes. They still worked really hard to get that
I
to where
know.
they were and still built these homes with
Right.
their families and still lost it at the end of the day. These are American citizens suffering from
Yeah.
this awful, natural disaster. But
Photographs, paintings.
the crazy thing too was what blew my mind was when it first happened, and like down where Palisades is, like if you've been to Santa Monica, like you know this area, people were ditching their cars and like running for their lives because there was so much traffic that they couldn't move anywhere. So they said, "Forget it, I'm going on foot so I can get the heck out of here."
Right.
And so they had to send bulldozers down to plow basically like Mercedes-Benz, BMW, AMG, like all these crazy nice cars,
Right.
just to plow them out of the way because they were in the way of like fire department, firefighters getting through and stuff.
And I'm sure
so,
they were getting burned and
yeah,
all messed
it's
up.
great. It's crazy.
I know you're not
I'm
on
glad it's done.
Same. I know you're not on TikTok, but I've said in the past, like TikTok is honestly, it's been great for that kind of stuff because it's live and people are there and it's like pretty much uncensored. And I've seen videos that people are just like in their own homes trying to gather as much as they can, trying to prevent fire from moving into the house. And they're
Yeah.
like, sorry, man.
Dude,
like, we
those
gotta
videos
get
are
out.
crazy.
We got to get out. Like, I'm so sorry, man.
They're in these like, it's their mansions. So like
Yeah.
the wall is basically made out of glass and there's
Right.
like these roaring flames right outside the windows. I'm like, how are they like I pray they survived and like
Oh, yeah.
got the heck out of there while they could, but like it looks like fires surrounding their houses at that point.
It was right
awful.
out of a movie, dude.
It's crazy. End of the world.
It really was. It was like playing a video game or
Yeah.
something. I couldn't believe it. And to your point, this whole celebrities thing. Okay, wow, they have a shit ton of money. Just because they're able to afford another $5 million home or have it rebuilt for millions of dollars, they don't want to pay another $5 million to like. Come on.
And there's a huge
Come on.
I don't know the details on it, but I know there's a huge issue with the insurance on it right now. Like for some reason insurance companies aren't insuring some
Right.
of these houses that were destroyed by the fires.
Right.
It's awful.
Well, the conspiracy behind that is before these fires happened, and the same thing happened with Hawaii, they canceled their fire coverage, or like
Right.
the
right,
real
right.
devastating parts of life. They like canceled it before it happened, and then sure enough, it happens. It's just like,
It's crazy.
who's to blame? It's
Yeah. And then the whole like lack of water out there
That
for the
was
fires,
messed
like
up.
dude, they turn on the fire hydrants and there's nothing in them.
it's
That's insane. And like they end up resorting to like scooping water out of the ocean, which like salt water destroys everything even more.
right.
Which sucks
right.
that they had to use that.
I know.
There's not a lot of fresh water out there like that was accessible to them. So that's a big oversight, in my opinion.
It is. I know.
But again, 2025 has been a crazy. I mean, it's February 1st. We're
month.
32 days into this year, and it's been like total chaos.
It has. It has. It
It's
has.
sad to laugh at, but it's like it's crazy.
What else
There's
can we
been
do?
such crazy stuff happening.
And it's continuing, I feel like.
I know. We'll see. Hopefully, February shapes up a little bit and gets a little better.
It's my birthday month. I almost said week. Birthday month. No more catastrophes, all right?
Oh, yeah.
I already went through enough too, and we've
Yeah.
all went through enough.
Yep. It's we need some normalcy.
Warmer weather would be nice. Let's
Yeah.
start there. We're getting more snow apparently, so
Yep. Yeah, we got a couple inches last night. We're getting another couple inches tomorrow night, I think.
That's what she said.
And then Wednesday, Saturday, like we're supposed to get more and more snow like every couple days.
I think because now it's starting that path of like a little bit warmer, that now all the rain or the freezing colds, and now it's going to turn into snow.
Well, that's the thing too, is I went out this morning probably about 10:30-ish, I think, to clear off the cars and do a little shoveling at the end of the driveway.
Okay.
And it's like everything froze already. All the snow, and it was like wet, heavy snow overnight, and then like the day got colder as the day started.
Okay.
So all that crap froze, and I'm like scratching this like this chunky icy snow off the cars, and then I have to like use the ice pick to get not the ice pick, but the ice like scraper to get the ice off the windshields and windows. I'm like, this is my neighbor looks over at me and goes, "This sucks, man. This shit is awful." I said, "I know."
Welcome to New England.
I know. It was a mess, but I think February is like typically the snowiest month we have.
It is. It's right in the middle.
But today, I think today or tomorrow was the last day of sunset in the 4th hour. So either today or tomorrow it starts 5:01 or something like that, sunset. So the days are getting longer, baby.
They are.
And that's all we want. I hate 4 o'clock. It's dark. It's awful. It's like
It's depressing.
go to work when it's dark, come home when it's dark. What a crappy way to do it.
I know. February 19th. 1 month until it is officially spring. March 19th.
Oh, really?
Yep.
That's early this year. I feel like it's usually the 21st or something.
I'll triple check, but I
Quadruple check while you're at it.
I'll quad. I'll quad it up. Yeah.
Yeah, but speaking of dates, we talked about this earlier. So January is a big month for people getting their shit together, going to the gym, trying to get swole, trying to lose weight, like just trying to be generally healthier. And I started this journey. I mean, we've been going to the gym since we've known each other for 7 years or something like that. But
Oh yeah.
I started going back like on a religious routine back in September. So like I know who's at the gym. I talked about this on the last pod. I know who's there. I know who's there at 4 o'clock. I know who's there at 7:30. I know who's there at 8 o'clock. Like I know the regulars, and it's just been flooded with newbies because January comes around. People want to hit the gym, and it's not like Planet Fitness. This is like a more a less affordable gym. It's I think I pay like $50 a month or something for it, so it's not cheap, and it's still just flooded with people. So I was looking into this, and it's like I think they said the second Tuesday of January is like National Quitting Day. So that was on January 14th this year, and it's like 2 weeks in. Basically, people are like, "All right, like I really tried, I couldn't get into it." They quit.
Right.
And I have to say, I've personally experienced this. I January came around, and I'm like, I'm going to the gym at 7:30 or 8 o'clock at night. I hate the crowds. I want to get in there, do what I want to do. I don't want to wait for a machine, wait for weights, whatever.
Right.
So I started going later because it was so busy. And the other day, so January 20-something, in the end of the month, I went at like 4 in the afternoon. I was like, forget it. I just want to get it out of the way. I went. It was either 4 or 5, and I'm like, hopefully, I'm gonna miss the after school like high school rush, and it's gonna be before the after work rush. So I went at like 4:30, and believe it or not, the gym was dead. And it was like a Tuesday. Like the end of the week, it kind of tapers off. The crowds died down. People are like, oh, I'm gonna go Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, maybe Thursday type of thing. So this was like a Tuesday, early week, 4:30, 5 o'clock, and it was dead. So I think that National Quitting Day was in effect.
Oh, it was. So yeah, you were telling me about this. So we looked it up, and yeah, they call it 3 things. Obviously, it's a New Year's resolution, going to the gym. But then they also refer to it as early drop-off, but most common, Quitter's Day.
Quitter's Day.
And like
for all you quitters out there,
yeah.
I appreciate you
Yeah.
because I hate when the gym is packed. I want to go and I want to get my workout in. I'm not trying to be there for like, I go for like an hour. It's not that hard. I'm lifting for 30, 40 minutes, and I go and do cardio for 20 or 30 minutes. It's like, I just want to get in and get out. And when I have to wait for all these freaking idiots that are coming because it's new year, new me.
Right.
Screw you. I'm glad you quit at this point.
Right. I appreciate the thought, but if it has to be a New Year's resolution, and that's when it makes you do it,
that's kind of
going
why
to fade off.
And in September, I said, I'm going back to school.
Right.
This is like my first time in school in 7 years. I want to get into a routine of workout, and like schoolwork.
Right.
So I did that. I had a friend in town early September, Rain, who was on the podcast earlier. And once he went home, I said, I'm getting back into this. And I've been going at least 4 or 5 days every week since. So
Yeah.
I got strong.
Hell yeah, man. I know. I love it.
It's awesome.
It's a great feeling. It's a great feeling.
I'm hitting PRs. I'm benching more than I thought I could.
It feels so
it's
good.
awesome.
Yeah, I know. I feel like I always say this, but because of the surgery, obviously I took a long break.
Yeah.
And it was really hard to get back into it because I was so off my schedule.
Yeah.
But once I did,
Well, that's the thing too, is like
crazy.
hitting the gym in September. It's like, all right, I can sacrifice 45 minutes to an hour of that day because at that time the sunset is still a little bit later. It's still warm, but like the hardest part for me is like come mid-May when it's nice out. It's like all I want to do is like my favorite hobbies are like fishing or riding the dirt bike. Like,
yeah,
I just want to be outside.
Right.
So it's hard for me to go to the gym in the summer, but I'm going to really try to push through it this year and stay to it.
My tip for you is go early if you can, because then you have the rest of the day and you don't have to worry about it at night.
I would love to figure out how to do that because
Yeah.
I'm a night person. I think you're a night person as well.
Oh, absolutely.
It's like I can't fall asleep. Like actually lately I've been good. Like 11 o'clock, 11:30. But like typically I'm up till like midnight, sometimes past midnight,
Yeah.
and then I get up at 8. It's like or 7:30 or something like that. I'm like I worked out and I just you ever have something and you get sick and you're like I never want to have that again?
Oh yeah. What were you having?
That's besides.
Okay.
Basically, what I'm trying to say is, I went to when I was in high school, I was on the varsity soccer team, and we
Okay.
had like 1 week of workouts before school.
Okay.
Dude, I just am not a morning person.
I know.
We worked out, and I puked. It's like
Okay.
I hate this. I don't want to do
Right,
this. So like,
right.
if I can try to figure out like to get around that mentality and that mental like fear, I guess.
Yeah.
I would love to work out in the mornings and like get out of work and have the rest of my day, like another 4 or 5 hours of daylight to go do whatever the hell I want.
Right.
So,
It's just protein. Protein. Good sources which you're having.
yeah.
Just fill up on high protein and low fat or low carb
Yeah.
and just try it
I'm
out.
trying. It's just
I know it's hard. I know.
But if I can like get up and like I don't know, maybe I just need to wake up, go to bed earlier, obviously, wake up a little bit earlier and then like have a little bit of time to like cuz not everyone can like straight out of bed. I got to
No.
go hit the gym. It's like I need a good like 10, 15 minutes before I even get out of bed.
Right.
And then it's like, all right, now I can start moving. Like
Want
I usually
coffee.
take a shower every morning to like wake up. So
That's good.
if I have to do that before the gym, then it is what it is. But come back, shower, clean up, go to work, and then have the rest of my day. That might be worth it.
And it's always been the case too when you think about it, you're like, oh, like I could just go home right now. But once you get there,
Dude,
you're all in.
when you do stuff in the morning, I feel so productive. We talked about this like last year.
It's awesome.
If I'm up, like I got a doctor's appointment or dentist or something, or it's like I got to go drop somebody off at Logan. It's like
Right.
I'm up. I feel accomplished already. I'm up tackling my day.
Oh, absolutely. I think 8 till about 2-ish. Come 2:30, I start getting that slump.
Yeah.
So
It's
I try and
tough.
do as much as I can.
Yeah, I know. It's like I remember when we worked in corporate world in the office. It's like the morning was always so productive. Then we'd have lunch and come back, and it's like, all right, like try to get a few more things done, and then like taper off the day. But like morning was always a priority for getting stuff done because it's like
Absolutely.
if I'm a list person, so if I have a list
Yeah.
of 5 things I got to do for the day, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna try and get this done right now because I hate having like, what am I gonna do?
Right.
I might as well work and get it done.
I know. Yeah.
Not messing around, and like I'm trying to do the best I can, especially with my new job. So
Yeah.
it's try to get stuff done, and the morning is just if I can get up and get out of bed, I think that's the hardest part.
I agree.
If I can get to the gym, dude, I can't imagine how accomplished I'd feel if I go to the gym before work. It's like I already went to the gym, I'm feeling good, it's ready.
yeah.
I'm ready to tackle the rest of the day and get stuff done. So
And I'm sure they have showers, the locker room, and all
yeah,
that stuff.
it's,
So you can
it's
like,
very nice. So
you
might
just-
just do that
I know.
at least a couple days.
I know. You have a guest pass, you said, right? Did you?
No, I
No, you
don't.
don't. Okay. Yeah, I know. They just opened up a place close by. It seems really nice, but probably expensive. But they have like
it's like your home gym.
I do, and like it's like I'm doing it.
It's
so.
almost like getting out of the house. Sometimes is like helps you like
right
with the motivation and get stuff done. So, dude, maybe you got to get up, come down here, strap on your boots, and go for a little walk, and come back and be like, all right, I feel good, I feel refreshed, I got some fresh air. Let's go try and get a quick pump in, and then tackle your day.
Definitely. Well, once it gets warmer, for sure. They just had that new trail. It's about 2 miles.
Oh yeah, down.
So so I'll do that when it gets warmer.
Nice.
Even if it's like 50s or not even 40s.
It's such a mentality because like
I know.
50s in the spring, it's like all right, t-shirt, windows down, enjoying myself. But 50s like mid to late summer, it's like freezing.
I know. It
it's
really
like
is.
you just came off of 20 degrees every day, teens every day, having snow. It's like all right, 50 is beautiful. But when you're having 80s
really
every day,
is.
50 feels cold.
That's the joke of New England. I know.
Yeah.
40-degree weather is summer.
Yeah.
But it's good, man. It's good. I'm glad. I'm glad you're back into it.
Yeah.
We're in February.
Good.
It's flying.
1 month down. It is flying.
It is. So then come March, I'm like, all right, slow it down a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, we talked about the Bruins a little bit.
Yeah, they've it's hot and cold with them, which is frustrating as a fan.
It is.
All we want is for them to do well and succeed and move forward and obviously win the ship, but they've been breaking my heart lately. It's been it's been a frustrating year, which every year can't be perfect.
No.
We grew up in New England. Sports is a very it's a huge cultural thing out here. We got the Bruins, the Celtics, Red Sox, Patriots, like title town, baby. We grew up watching Tom Brady win 7 national championships.
Yeah. Super Bowls,
thank you. So many, just a huge successful franchise under him. And then we got to see the Bruins win in 2011. The Celtics have won a handful of years. The Red Sox have won a handful of years. It's like we expect the best, and we've talked about this before.
I know.
Like being a Boston fan, and Zdeno Chara said it actually, who used to be the Bruins captain. He's like, when you do well, it's like, okay, good job, like keep it going.
Right.
It's normal. It's expected.
Right.
When you do badly, it's so frustrating, and the fans get so pissed off because like you expect them to do well.
I know. And
not every year you're going to do well. Not every year you're going to win championships. Not every year you're going to have star players and MVPs and everything. But it's such a with team sports, it's like you can really tell the camaraderie of teams. Like it's such a huge thing in the playoffs and in the championships and stuff. Like the 2011 Bruins, I mean, they're like best buds, best pals. It's like
I know.
The 2004 Red Sox when they reversed the curse. It's like you could just tell these guys mesh well. They they do everything well together. It's like it's such a factor in winning championships. And the Bruins have a lot of talent. I think they just need another year or two of like kind of meshing and like. They change up. We lost a lot of personnel this year. We lost Bergeron. We lost Krejci. A handful of other guys. It's like, all right, so now the new guys are kind of stepping up.
Right.
They just need like another year or two of like that meshing. So hopefully they don't change too much personnel in the next year or two, so they can like really keep building that camaraderie, that friendship, that trust with each other.
Right.
But yeah, it's been a lot of losses lately. They won today. They won tonight.
They did.
We watched the tail end of the game tonight where they beat the Rangers 6-2, I believe.
6-3.
6-3.
Yep. Still,
so again, it's expected. We want to see them do well. It's like, and anybody who's a sports fan can relate. It's you want your team to win.
Right.
That's the bottom line.
That's it.
It feels good. It's rooting for the home team. You and I are huge Bruins fans. We just want to see them win.
I know. I think too. You said meshing well.
Yeah.
Swayman really showed his true colors last season, but he was with Ullmark, and then Ullmark left, and I think that maybe.
I mean, there's a whole bunch of things that happened. Is Ullmark left, so that's his best buddy. Bergeron left. It's like, but Swayman, he said it this year. It's like he really learned the business side of things. Where like, oh, this is what they're offering. Like, you don't have to accept that. You can come back and say, this is what I think I'm worth.
Right.
And unfortunately, he held out so long that he missed all of training camp. And the training camp is a huge process of meeting the new guys, making sure
Yeah.
you're like aware of your defensemen that are going to be right in front of you the whole game. 60 minutes. So
I was surprised. I was surprised that after missing all of that, he on a little chocolate, little Hershey bar. I was like, wow, I can't believe they're still letting him just come in
and goalies are
go
hot and
nuts.
cold too. Like I mean, Tuukka Rask was like one of the best Bruins players. Our best Bruins goalies, and like we've been so fortunate. We had Tim Thomas
Yes.
before that. Then we had Tuukka Rask, who played for
Tuukka's
7
good.
or 8, 10 seasons, something like that, with the Bruins, and he won so many Vezinas, which is like the best goalie. And he was awesome. Lights out. And then luckily we had Swayman and Ullmark come in, who are 2-star goalies who really
Yeah.
saved the Bruins' asses the last couple of years.
Yeah.
And they let Ullmark go, so it's really a lot of pressure on Swayman. He's young. I think he's a really good goalie. I think he got a little
is.
cocky this year, but
He is.
it's not every game is going to be a shutout. Not every
Right.
game is going to be lights out where they're killing it, they're crushing it. We still got to have defensemen that can stop the puck from getting to him.
Right. Right.
He can't make every save. I mean,
No.
he does a pretty damn good job, but the team's got to do a little bit better picking up their slack.
If it's always being shot on him, yeah, it's like
Yeah.
it's gonna slip through.
I'm passionate about it.
I know, and you got me passionate. Now I'm so hooked. I'm happy to be
It's such a
hooked.
fun sport,
Oh,
man.
I love
it's
hockey.
so fun to
I
watch.
love hockey.
If you know what's going on, like once you start understanding some of the operations, procedures,
Like
and
offense,
stuff, yeah.
defense, lines. I
the
know.
rules and stuff. It's so fun to watch. And
It's quick.
when I lived in California, my grandmother would watch with me once in a while because I just love the Bruins and she'd be there. And she's like, I can't see the puck. I don't know where it is. I'm like, once you understand, like, okay, they hit it, so it's got to be like either in that back corner or wrapped around. Like you can kind of see where the players are kind of focusing their attention on. So it's like you kind of learn the nuances of the game and watching it and everything. So
I agree.
I love it. I hope they pick up the pace a little bit. They've had kind of hot and cold streaks, like I said. So
I know.
the playoffs are right around the corner. I think they're in the running right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we'll
Fair.
see. It's like you go into the playoffs and it's like the best of 7, right? So the first team to win 4 games, moves on. And they'll play like Tampa Bay or Florida, and it's like, wow, look at them. They're doing well. But then like somehow the last couple of years they've just like found a way to blow it. And it's like so frustrating to watch.
And not just by like a goal or two, like dramatic,
Yeah.
drastic.
It's like, oh, wow, look, they're up 2-0. And then they come back and lose the next 4. It's like,
I know.
what the hell, man? I just want to see them win.
Same.
So
Well, they're 26 wins right now, so
not a fair weather fan.
no.
I'm not afraid to say like when they're sucking. It's a fact.
Oh yeah.
But obviously I'm going to be rooting for them, and hopefully they can figure it out.
We'll see. We'll see. They still have a chance. They still have a chance. So, well,
I doubt it happens this year, but I hope it does.
I would say safe bet at least is making it into the playoffs.
And
But
that's what one of I watched
about
another podcast. I forget what it's called, but the guy was saying it's like with Peter Chiarelli, who used to be the Bruins manager, general manager. Now it's Don Sweeney, and it's Cam Neely and the Jacobs family are the owners. There hasn't been much turnaround at the top. I mean, we just lost a coach. We lost 2 coaches in the last couple of years, but aside from that, like the management above them, it's like there hasn't been much turnaround because they've been hitting the playoffs. So it's like, all right, you're building a team to come into the playoffs, and that's what you get paid to do, basically.
Right.
If they can make it further, great. If not, I mean, hey, you tried. You got them to the playoffs. Like, the rest is kind of on them at that point. So there
True.
hasn't been a lot of like general management turnaround. We've lost a couple coaches in the last couple of years. I liked a few of them. I like. They really picked it up under Sacco.
They did.
We lost. We had Bruce Cassidy. Then who did we have?
Montgomery.
Yeah, Monty.
Monty, yeah.
Once he
I liked
left,
him,
I
but
liked him too.
a little
But
soft, I guess.
yeah,
A
so
little too soft.
Joe Sacco has been the assistant coach for like over 10 years at least, I think.
Yeah.
And he's been great. And he's the interim coach. They're talking about finding a new manager, a new coach rather. Why not just promote him? Make him the full-time coach, not just
Right.
interim coach.
Right.
And then bring in like Chris Kelly, who's the bench coach, and a couple other guys. Bring them in as assistants and like let's build it and keep it going.
I
They're
know.
doing well under him. So why mix it up even more and throw in another coach into this mix?
Right. It's working, maybe not as well as we wanted to, but
Yeah.
too many changes can.
Yeah, it's just it's and then the players, I mean, sometimes you need a shake up. You need them to kind of wake up and feel like, all right, our coach just got fired. Like, what are we
Right.
doing wrong? We need to pick up the pace.
Right.
But after a while, it's like, all right, just let them build. Let them keep blending together. Like, let them mesh. Let them build up that team spirit. So we'll see what happens.
We shall.
The trade deadline, I think it's early March.
Okay.
I could be wrong. Could be before that.
Let's look.
But that's when teams like so a couple years ago when the Bruins did really, really well, they brought in who's that guy with the long Bertuzzi.
Oh,
They brought in Bertuzzi.
yes,
They brought
yes.
in Taylor Hall. They brought in a bunch of guys. It's like they're really pushing for that playoff run. And the Carolina Hurricanes are doing that this year. They just got Mikko Rantanen and they got Taylor Hall from the Blackhawks. So they're like really bringing in a couple of big names to push for the playoffs this year. So
Okay.
we'll see what happens.
Yeah, they say
When's the trade deadline?
3 p.m. Eastern Time, March 7th.
March 7th. Yeah, so early March.
I know.
Which
I
is
know,
a while
Bertuzzi.
from now, but I mean, anything can happen. There's trades being made now, so.
Oh yeah, always. I know.
Yep.
I guess I didn't realize how much and how frequent it was. I
It's
thought
a
it was
business,
only like
and
I know.
they're trying
I
to do
know.
the best for their business. So if bringing in a guy and getting rid of a guy who's having a bad year or a bad couple years, if that's what they got to do to like afford themselves some salary to give to other players that are going to be better off, then they got to do it.
Right. I
It's
agree.
a business, right? So.
I agree.
I better take a chill pill.
Yeah. Hey, I'm with you.
Yeah.
I'm in it. I'm in it now. Hockey's life.
We bleed black and gold. We
That's
just
right.
wanted the Bruins to win.
That's right. Gotta whether they're good or bad or not great or whatever. Like you stand by your team.
Yeah.
Boston, baby.
It's fun.
It is. It is. I'll be going late this month to the Islanders game, so
Yeah.
we'll see. We'll see how they do. Because I've been in New York for a while, so like I have people who are diehard Rangers fans, and I have a few buddies that are diehard Islanders fans. And it's funny because it's the same state, but Rangers for sure are way more like.
Yeah. I like the Rangers, and
I
they
do
played
too.
really
Yeah,
well
good.
last year and the year before. This
Yeah.
year they're having a slump year, unfortunately, for them. But
I know.
like I said, I mean, every year is different.
Every year.
Every game is different. That's kind of what's fun about hockey. It's like someone can be so hot one game and so cold the next game. But,
Right.
like it really affects the outcome of the game.
Definitely. No, I'll see it be like, oh yeah, like this team Bruins are facing, like they're absolutely going to win, and then we win. And it's exciting, and it's like, wow, just turn of the tables.
Yeah. Yeah.
Doctor's orders? Or no?
We can definitely do that.
Okay.
It's Saturday night. We don't have work tomorrow. We're
I
back
do.
to
It's good.
we're back to a wet world
I know.
after dry January. And I think I don't know if we're gonna close it out with this, but
We are.
Yeah, we're gonna close it out with
'Cause
the doctor.
That's right, because that's why I asked, because with this, I've got some really weird facts.
Okay.
And we'll see if
About-
just like human body and just like I guess in general.
Okay.
So we'll
All right. Let's rip this and go through the facts. Give me the facts.
Give
the
me
car,
the facts.
Car
the car
facts.
facts. Yeah.
Well,
Oh, man.
cheers and
Cheers.
hope you're joining us.
Saturday.
Let's, salute.
It always comes out Thursday, but
Here we go.
I have a solo stove, and I shoveled it out nicely.
Do you know what people call these in the rest of the world? I think we're like regionally, for whatever reason, we're the only part of the country that calls them nips.
I know. They call them shooters,
Shooters, right? Yeah.
Yep. I'd be like, yeah, I wonder if it's even in New York. If you're from New York, let me know. I'll have to ask. But I'll be like, yeah, let's get some nips. And they're like, nips? And then like,
Listen,
you know,
New
like
England
shooters?
invented this country, so you guys can follow us or get freaking lost. Yeah, there's a little something left under there.
I saw that.
Good to the last shot.
Whoop. I know. We'll end it with some strange facts
Give me
and
the facts.
tickle our minds.
Have a little chocolate here.
I know. It's good, right? Chocolate martini. It's good. It's sweet, so like one is good, but it's strong.
I couldn't
so
have more than one,
no.
I don't think.
No. So they don't have any explanations or like additional facts. So if there's anything you're like, I need to know more, we'll have to look. But so let's go through some of these.
Facts.
Pure facts. These are facts. These are facts. Your eyes blink around 20 times a minute. That's over 10 million times a year.
Wow. I believe it.
When you put it in, so 20 times a minute, I can be like, oh yeah. But then when you say over 10 million.
I know, that's a lot.
Blinking.
20 a minute, I believe it.
Because we sleep with our eyes closed, but then during the day, it's just constant. No. You're like this.
I need to learn how to sleep with my eyes open because that would be very good.
Put the clips on. Your ears never stop growing.
Well, I mean, hello, there's gravity. So, I mean, like, old people have, like, the longer earlobes.
Okay, true.
Maybe that's what they mean. I don't think it's growing up.
It's not like...
It's not growing up. It's not growing out. I think it's just kind of dragging down a little bit.
Yeah, I guess your initial...
Especially women who wear earrings that, like, yank on them.
Oh, yeah. And the gauges.
My grandma's
and,
got
like,
long
weights.
earlobes.
My mom
Your
actually...
nose, too. Your nose never stops growing either.
No, that's true. My mom actually once had an earring, and it was never heavy, but heavy enough where it actually just went through.
Oh, wow.
So she had, like, the dangles. So she had to get it, like, stitched up.
It was
two? Messed.
Yeah. Like every earlobe?
Yeah, so it went
shit.
like this, yeah. And she was just like, your classic, like, I don't know, poopy.
Poor KD.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Earwax is actually a type of sweat.
That's weird.
Did you know that?
No.
Ugh.
I clean my ears, like, regularly, every
Me
shower.
too. Yeah.
Some people don't. Maybe they do it once a week or a couple times a week. I do it every shower.
Fun fact, whether you want to hear this or not, I got pretty damn clean ear holes.
Nice, me too.
Yeah. Pretty damn clean.
Your ears don't sweat that much, huh?
I'm just, like you said, I always, after every shower, and I feel it too.
I know.
My nose and my ears, I always get stuff out, because the steam, I think, makes it.
Yeah, helps kind of loosen things up.
The tongue is covered in about 8,000 taste buds, each containing up to 100 cells helping you taste your food.
Wow.
8,000? I know.
Let's see. Zoom in, David.
Dude, 8,000 taste buds? That's
crazy.
Yeah, I know.
I picture in Finding Nemo when they get eaten
Oh, yeah.
by the whale. And Dory's like rubbing her ass on the on the taste buds, and she's like, "Does this? Oh, no, it's the guy. It's Marlon."
Oh, yeah.
He's like, "Does this taste good? Do you want to swallow this?" He's just rubbing his ass on the taste buds, like, "Come on."
That is, well, it's just like, wow, this tastes awful. Well, I don't know what about whales or sharks or whatever, but dogs, they only have 1,700
Taste buds?
taste buds.
No wonder they're out there eating shit and licking
They got
strange things.
Yeah. Make meat, salt,
But they smell and hear a lot better than
Oh,
us.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
So that, I mean, your smell helps you taste. So
for sure.
Maybe
and
that
the
kinda makes up
whiskers
for it.
with cats, but also dogs, like the whiskers, because they'll have some under the chin, and it's like a way of.
Did you know that cats' whiskers are typically as long as they are wide?
No.
So, like, let's say they go up to a fence with like a little clearing.
Okay.
They know they can fit through it if their whiskers don't hit it.
Right. So if it bends, they know.
They know that they're like kind of wider than that opening. So it's kind of
Okay,
helps them
that
with like a
makes
spatial
sense.
awareness thing. Yeah.
Okay.
Freaking cats, man.
Freaking cats. That makes sense, though, because even though the whiskers will bend, if it's wider than their body, they won't. Oh, man. That's weird. You produce about 40,000 liters of spit in your lifetime. Or to put it another way, enough spit to fill around 500 bathtubs. Damn.
That's wild. That's a weird one.
Salivating, yeah. The average nose produces about a cupful of nasal mucus every day.
A day?
A day.
No way. I don't.
How do you know? Maybe it's just like sitting.
Does it just stay there? There's a cup full of mucus in here. Get out of here. That's not. No way. No way.
About a cupful.
I'm calling the cops.
Well,
Whoa.
also this is gross, but if it's towards the back too, it's
Like
also
your
like
sinus and stuff.
you
all
swallow
that.
it. Yeah. Don't get
Yum.
any ideas, guys.
Ooh.
Oh.
Wing Wednesday. Now.
It is Saturday. You are about 1 centimeter taller in the morning when you first get up than when you go to bed. This is because during the day, the soft cartilage between your bones gets squashed and compressed.
Yeah.
Yep.
That makes sense.
That's interesting. I know it's like an older person thing, but not just every day.
Yeah, I'm a centimeter. Is a centimeter, you said, right?
Centimeter,
Yeah, I'm a centimeter longer in the morning.
Okay. Yes.
Hey,
Morning.
yeah, whoa,
Hey,
it's morning.
what's going on? Oh, that's great.
I couldn't help myself.
I love that. I love that. This is more common sense, but if you walked for 12 hours a day, it would take the average person 690 days to walk around the world. It's tiring.
That made me
I know,
tired
I
just
know,
thinking about it.
I know. 690 days. That's still, like, I know it's a lot. It's over a year. It's more than 2 years, just about, right? Yeah, over 2 years. But for the entire world, that's huge.
That's a lot.
The only muscle that never tires is the heart. It's always pumping.
Do you know what the
That makes
strongest
sense.
muscle in your body is?
Tongue, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I knew that.
I'm
yeah.
gonna have to arm wrestle my tongue. And
I know.
figure it out.
Win. Who's gonna win though?
dub, baby.
Yeah. Are you gonna let the tongue? Like you're in control though, right?
Can you play that back?
But if you're in control of both, what's gonna happen?
Well, I don't know.
Just gonna
Do you know what the strongest skin is in your body?
the strongest skin. Your cartilage, like your
It's like
cartilage, like nose.
the skin itself is like the heel of your foot. It's such like
oh yeah,
like thick
callus.
skin and like like worn in, if you will. I don't know. It's kind of gross.
It is gross. I hear you though. I hear you.
Hello?
The body has 2.5 million sweat pores. Dude, that's a lot of
That
pores.
is a lot.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. The entire surface of your skin is replaced every month, which, put another way, means you have about 1,000 different skins in your life.
Well, that's what dust is. Dust
Yeah.
is like skin,
Most of it,
dry,
yeah.
dead
Isn't that
skin
messed up?
particles and stuff. Yeah, it's nasty.
With the
But how do you explain this?
okay.
An abandoned house that gets dusty. It's
Okay.
not. No one's there to make their skin. You know, it's got to be
I
other
know,
stuff.
what is carpet? Maybe wood.
I don't know.
I wonder if it's like the decomposition of just stuff that's already been there, which is
Maybe.
even grosser.
Yeah,
Your
your house is shedding.
Yeah. Every minute, talking about shedding, every minute you shed over 30,000 dead skin cells.
Dude,
That
that's
is
exactly what I'm talking
wild.
about. That's disgusting.
I know. It's gross. That's why your fan and like your like the sills, the window sills and
Yeah.
stuff, they just collect crazy stuff.
Floorboards for heat and stuff. Yeah, it's nasty.
All right, we got a couple more here.
All right.
Interesting though. If you live to age 70, your heart will have beat around 2.5 billion times. It is crazy when you think
Wow.
about it. A muscle, an organ of the body, will just constantly just go.
It's
Go,
I forget
go,
what it's
go.
called, like an autonomous, which means like it just does it without you thinking about it.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
your heart is, I think, the only muscle that does that.
Same with breathing.
Yeah,
It's like, unless you intentionally stop breathing, like you're just going to continue breathing.
yeah.
And blinking too when you're not thinking about it. There's a lot of things.
I blink 20 times a minute.
That was 20.
All right, give me the last couple here, and let's
All
call
right,
it a
let's
day.
bounce. He's like, I'm out here. I know.
Peace.
On average, your fart. Sorry. Not your. You fart enough in one day to fill a party balloon. I can see that.
Yeah, I can fill a couple balloons.
couple
My
of
wife can
stragglers.
attest to that. Yeah, I got maybe 3 or 4 balloons in me.
Two more. Spread across their lifetime, most people spend an average of 1 whole year sitting on the toilet. Sitting on the toilet? Hey.
Yeah, I might spend a couple of years on that. No.
Especially if you're playing a game.
You know what they say? When you poop at work, it's like they make $1, you make a dime. That's why I poop on company time.
That's right. That's a good one.
You also buy a lot less toilet paper when you poop at work.
That's why that whole thing came out too when they were like, it was like
About breaks
planning.
and stuff?
Well,
or-
they wanted to make toilets at an angle, so like it
So
would
was-
be hard to sit. Yeah.
I'm
All
like,
right.
well, my legs are getting numb. Time to get up. All right, bring it in here.
Here's the last one, and then we're ending it off. We pee enough.
I can't wait for this one.
We pee enough pee every month to fill a bath. Why is
Dude,
it a bath?
I might fill a bath, but you fill a freaking dump truck. This guy has the world record longest pisses I've ever heard in my life.
But I'm in the moment and in the action for the longest time until I have to. Then when I go, that's why I'm gone for like 20
dude,
minutes.
Your bladder must be like a camel.
Dude, they must be
You literally
ripped.
pee for like 3 minutes.
I know. They're like, oh, you take a shit? I'm like, no, I peed.
That's insane. I'm like, how have you been peeing that whole time?
I've had people be like, dude, you done already? Like waiting behind me for the urinals, like at Bruins.
like, nah, I'm just starting, bro. A minute in, you're like, I got 2 more minutes of this.
I probably have the most ripped bladder.
You should try to record it to see how long it
I
actually
will.
is, because it's got to be like over 3 minutes.
The next time,
serious.
all right. The next, maybe the Bruins game or the next time we're out, I'm gonna just hold it as long as I can, and I'm gonna time it from the second it starts, split second starts, to split second it ends.
So tune in next time to hear how long Alex pees.
Yeah.
He pees a long, long time. Longer than anybody I've known my entire life. Thanks for the chocolate martini.
Hell yeah, man.
And
We're back.
it's good to be back. It's good to be back. Again, it's been a tough start to the year with some tragedies and stuff, but I'm happy we're back, and it can only get better from here.
That's right.
So
We're gonna have some good drinks. We're gonna have some good times. I got some stuff up my sleeve to introduce in the warm weather.
nice.
Hell yeah, man.
Nice. Check us out Thursdays in the morning. We're usually coming out with new videos, and if you're watching at an appropriate time, pour yourself a drink and join us. So we're happy to have you. We're gonna start posting the recipes soon, so Alex can let you know what was in this chocolate martini. You can make yourself one. It's
Absolutely.
very, very good.
It is.
So anyhow, cheers. It's good to be back, and we'll see you next time.
See you. Peace.
Peace.